in a bit spare time, maybe over the Christmas period when you've got a bit of time to do it. We're just going to go through some of the just so you can place those in yourself, and then I'm going to go into the interior toy box hack that brings up the dojo in here. There's also a boss fight arena over there. We're going to slip that straight in there, and we're going to just go through every single logic connection that we need to get it to work. Now you can see I've jazzed it up a little bit. I've changed the sky and I've changed the terrain a little bit as well. So let's have a look at what we've got. We've got a level starter, and you can find that in the Creativity toys. So most of these you will find in the Creativity toys, guys, so we'll just make sure that's there. So what I've done, I've taken my notes, I'm ready to go. Okay, so we've got a challenge maker, that's in Creativity toys as well. We've got a locator. Look at which way it's pointing there, guys, because that's going to be our start location. This one is going to represent our end location, and you can see that little blue arrow there is pointing in that direction. And we've got another couple here. One's going to be for radar marker, which I'm treading on at the moment. And we've also got one's for the enemy, sorry, and one's for radar marker, but I need to come around the front to show you that. Right, so we've got an enemy wave generator, a narration announcer, radar marker, and a dynamic trigger. So, and we've also got a time delayer, not to be confused with the timer, which I usually do. But yeah, and we've also got text, what is it? Text displayer, there we are. Right, okay, cool. We've also got a boss fight. Okay, so that's the main thing. Now that does slip straight inside this building, weirdly enough, and I didn't know that until I did the Street Fighter video, and I was surprised it actually worked. So yeah, so I've put down a little kit, and as we select these, what's going to happen is that when I select that, it'll show you which building set it's in. So hopefully you've unlocked all these toys in the Toybox store, and you've got those to hand. This is the Fransico Roofs, which are perfect for making this dojo look amazing. I've left a few bits, so what I did is I built it up and I stripped it down so we can just select it, and they're more or less in the positions we need. But I'm just going to quickly go and do the toy box door hack, because people have been asking about that, so I'm just going to go ahead and do that real quick. Okay, so if I can just find where I'm at. Okay, let's slap down a toy box door. Now I'm hoping that this stream goes nicely today and I don't have to restream it, because that does sometimes happen. So you'll find this in the gameplay toys, guys, and we press square for properties. So that's the level name I've got at the moment, so yours will be level 1, but we want a new toy box, and we want a new interior toy box, and I'm just going to call it supplies, because that essentially to me is what it is every time. I'll just go supplies. Yep, that's great. Okay, so that should just pop up now. Save that. So now it's linking that together. Just takes a moment. Okay, so now when I go through that door, it's going to take me to a level called supplies, which is an interior toy box. Okay, so let's go ahead and walk through this door. Yep, let's go. Just bear with the loading screens and the building screen. Sorry about that, it is live, so yeah, there's no hiding it. Okay, so now you end up in this room here, lovely as it is. We need to just quickly get into the Creativity toys, and I'm going to put down a target. Now a lot of you might have seen this before, but some of you might not. Some of you might stumble across this stream and think, oh, do you know what, I don't know how to do that. There are lots of tutorials on this, but I'll just do how I do it, just to show you how I do it. Okay, just exit that for a minute. So what I did there is I got a target and I got a time delayer. Okay, again, not to be confused. So new logic connection. When hit, I'm going to go to that and start the delay. Okay, and then when that delay is finished, new logic connection, delay completed. I'm going to change the level. Sweet. Okay, but what we need to do is we need to just edit the properties of this. So we go into properties and we'll just change that delay time. It's set to 1. We're going to set it to 5 to give ourselves a fighting chance. Okay, come back out of that and come back out of that. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit that target with some webs, and then I'm going to pull up the main menu. Okay, you'll see, and quickly do that, and just select nightstand. That's all right. Just needs to be something quick. Travel to Dojo. Yes. Okay, sweet. Now Friday is our online assistant. She will speak your comments for you. It is quite good fun if you want to have a go. Obviously, if you're watching it back after the live stream's done, Friday will not be doing your comments for you, so you'll have to leave a comment down in the comments section. Here we are back. Now when I pull up my menu this time, I've all of a sudden got nightstands. Okay, now that is really as easy as it gets, but what we do have, guys, we have the rooms. Now these are great pieces. They've put a lot of detail into these, so you can see I've literally just rotated that and I've placed it, and you can see how I've placed it like this. But you'll also notice that I've got some golden coins. They're like pirate coins. You don't necessarily need them. I haven't put much in the way of interior toys in this because it's exterior really, and usually when I'm doing an interior I will maybe use the interior toy door hack. But you can put boss fights into this, and I haven't tried the other ones yet, but I'm sure you probably can. That's kind of cool. I mean, you could use that in a toy box. It looks amazing from the outside. I mean, that's a Star Wars base if ever I've seen one. But that's cool. Like, if you think about it that way, there's and if I lift that up, it will just sit there nicely. Okay, don't worry about putting stuff other than the boss fight in it for this tutorial. Okay. Right. Now, where did I find those? I think it's in wall decorations, so just going to have a look for that, just to show you where that is, because we do use some other stuff as well here, guys. So oh, those would be pretty cool though, wouldn't they? Yeah, but we didn't use them, so I'll just show you what I used, but you can use whatever you like. Okay, so we've got some pirate medallions. I've got 6 of those, and that was just to get a bit of golden shimmer on the make it look a bit more special. From a distance you don't really see it a great deal, but it's just a subtle aesthetic that I just wanted to put in there. So we've got 6 of those up there, and we'll be dealing with those as well. So with that said and done, I think we're ready to get onto the logic and where we're placing everything. So essentially I don't need this anymore, but what you can do is use a palette and put down as much stuff as you want to use, and then you don't have to keep going in and out of that door. Okay, so I've got a sky change there. That's not of any consequence. So let's go ahead and see where we're at. So the level starter, don't worry about all this cosmetic stuff at the moment, because you'll see how that all pieces together in a few minutes. The logic is really where it's at, and I really want to just get stuck into this logic with you guys. So also I think I'm going to do it in Spark mode because it's just a bit quicker. So if I go to this level starter, now imagine that this wants to be like the start of your game. You want to set off a few things right at the start, so as soon as you come into the map you can set this off. You can set off cameras, you can set off all sorts from this. It's really useful. You can even set the challenge to go off instantly as well. So yeah, it's a useful tool to have. So I'm going to do a new logic connection on catalyze. So that's basically when you appear in the map. Okay, and what have I got here? Enemy wave generator, catalyze, generate wave. Right, so we're going to go to the enemy wave generator. I'm going to generate the wave. Okay, and then I'm going to go back to that, and I'm going to go to new logic connection on catalyze and go to narration announcer. Okay, am I in narration announcer? Yes, great. So what have I put here? We are under attack. So the narration announcer will speak that out to you, so that's great. So we're going to do that. Okay, I'm going to go back to the level starter one more time, new logic connection on catalyze, a radar marker, and I think I did this, you might want to do this slightly differently, but I just deactivated it as soon as you come in. Okay, cool. So that's that bit. Now I just want to go into the properties, the enemy wave generator and the radar marker. So let's just go into that now. So properties, and I can configure the wave here as well. Now we haven't got it connected to a locator, see? So I'll configure the wave and then oh look there, see, I've already got that. Okay. I chose a Wampa. You can choose whatever you like. So we configure the wave. So we're going to do a new locator connection. You can see we've got this one here. That's great. That's going to be our spawn location. Okay. Now when I go into the properties, I should have the properties to, right, yeah, generate a random locator, off, countdown enable. Ah yes, see, I've set the settings here. So these are the settings you need. So countdown enable off, generation delay 0, disable generation effects on unless you want some magical dust to come out of them. Hold until all generated off, that doesn't matter. You can change the team there as well if you want to, but that's the settings that I've used. So come out of that, and the radar marker settings is the next one because we've just done that. So let's go into that radar marker. Let's go into the properties. Sorry, property. So I've said yellow arrow, beacon visibility all, beacon location, locator. Right, so I need to just hook that up to the locator. Okay, active off, and display beacon on all enemies off on this occasion. Okay, cool. So new locator connection, off that. We're just going to hook that up. Now, it doesn't matter which way around that is because that will rotate for you, so that's alright. Okay, so onto the challenge maker. Let's have a look and see what we've got. Locator connection, start and end location. So new locator connection, always try and get that in, and that's going to be our start location. Okay, and we're going to do a new locator connection, and this is going to be our end location. Okay, otherwise you'll end up smack bang on the top of this at the end, or it'll use your current location. So we need to just go in, just check the properties. Now these properties will be as to what I've set it to, so you can play around with these if you want to, it's up to you, but the end location wants to be the locator. Now we've given it an end location. Use the locator then once you've done that, unless you obviously don't. Yeah, cool, that's what I did there. So end location locator is pretty much, you can knock the game start countdown off, and you can change the challenge type. There's some interesting challenge. You can do vehicles, mounts, sprinting mounts, helicopter vehicles, fixed wing vehicles, but we're not changing that on this occasion. So I think we're done with that section of that. So right, now we've got the important bit. So new logic connection, and we're going to go for when invites accepted. We need to turn that on. Okay, and that's the boss fight. Okay, and also just before we get too far, I just want to check which rotation that boss fight is, because that is also important. See this little red marker here? That's usually the direction they come out at. It's a bit hard to tell because sometimes you think oh, it could come out that side or that side, but yeah. Let's go back into Spark mode. We've got another connection for that, and let's just go into that new logic connection for the boss fight. When game ended, so when someone quits the game because they can't be doing with it anymore, yeah, we want to reset. And also let's just check the properties of that boss fight. I've got General Grievous on this occasion, so we'll go for General Grievous. That's okay. Yeah, cool. Yeah, come on, there you come. Yeah, and come back out of there. Right, so let me just see what else. So when game complete, yeah, so new logic connection. When game completed, now I didn't do any fails on this. I mean, you can experiment with that yourself. We're just going to reset that once the game's completed. And also worthy to note is to do a new logic connection from there when defeated, and it will say which one you can choose. Make sure it ties up with whichever boss you've chosen there, because otherwise it won't work. And we'll just connect to there, and we'll complete the game when he's defeated. Okay, so that's pretty cool. That's the boss fight pretty much set up there. So now we need to do, there's a time delay when the game's complete, right? So new logic connection, when game completed, we've got to start a delay on that time delayer. Okay, now the delay properties, now we've just seen that before, delay time 3 seconds. Yeah, we'll stick with 3. I don't know why I went into that. Okay, that's fine. Alright. Okay, so we've got a connection to that. Alright. And dynamic trigger when entered, start the game. Right, okay. So I'll probably have to go from the dynamic trigger. We're just going to check the properties of that. So the target is the locator, so we need to do a locator connection. Trigger distance is 3. I've set that to. I don't know. It's just come out of that. Okay. So new locator connection. That also wants to be the same one as this radar marker's hooked up to. Okay, sweet. So that's got like a 3. You imagine a radius around that of 3. Now a block, one single basic block is 4, so it'll come out to around here. So it's got a small, fairly small radius around that. Okay, and also now that's hooked up. New logic connection. When entered by player.
My sidekick's going to enjoy watching me get beat up in the dojo for a change. LOL.
Yeah, cool. On this occasion I'm going to get beaten up by General Grievous, I think. So entered by player any. We're going to go to yeah, we're going to start the game. Okay, sweet. So that's okay, nice one. So change end location and properties to locator. Yeah, which I've done that already. So I'm just consulting my notes here, guys. Boss spawner properties, we've chosen the boss. Yeah, that's all good. I can move on. So yeah, that's fine. So I was just consulting my notes there, guys, making sure I get it nice and accurate for you guys, so you can have a whale of a time with this. So if you bear with it a second, just while I go into the next page. I've got a small notebook, so it shouldn't take too long. Enemy wave generator. Right, so we've done the enemy wave generator location connection, and right, when this guy is defeated, so I'm going to go new logic connection. When the wave is defeated, now you can put more in that wave if you want to. I'm going to say it's awesome. It's awesome that you've defeated a Wampa before you start. Right, so once we've done that, okay, from the narration announcer, once that's been started, it's a new logic connection. When started, we're going to go onto that radar marker there, and we're going to activate it. So imagine you've defeated the enemy, it says awesome, and then the radar marker appears on the map for the player. Okay, so that's cool. Then from the radar marker, yeah, we've got our locator connected up, which is good, so that should work nicely. We've just got to move that into position in a few moments. And okay, so then we need to go onto the dynamic trigger. Okay, so we've got a new locator. When activated, we're going to go onto that dynamic trigger and we're going to turn it on. Okay, remember on catalyze it turns it off, so it will show for a brief second but it will then disappear. So imagine you were starting down here somewhere and you're working your way up, you wouldn't see it. Okay, so that's good. So yeah, we've got our logic connection to the challenge maker. We'll just double check that. When entered any, start the game. Great. Okay, and I think that pretty much concludes the logic, and that's yeah, now the rest of it is building it and putting it all into place. Okay, so let's go right ahead, and I just want to set my theme here. Now you'll put your dojo down here, try and position it just like this. So you've got the rock on the front here, the highest part of the rock there. Okay, and we'll come up to the top afterwards. Let's get going with the bottom part. Okay, now if I come to this corner here, this is a good place to start with your basic blocks. So let's go into that. I just want to change the color scheme out. Just after the water is wood section. If you find where the water is, it'll soon pop up there. We're just going to set our theme. There it is, and we're going to set the theme, and you can tell which basic block this is, and as I pick it up you'll see. Okay, so it's in basic blocks, it's a large floor. A lot of you guys already know this, but we're just going to go ahead and fill this area out here, and you can see I've left some in just so you can see just where I change direction. I'm going to go for that. Right, okay, so that's 4 wide. Shove one in there, all the while trying to keep the direction of the wood the same. I mean, you can change it up if you want, but I think it just looks nicer like that. And just try and fill out those gaps underneath it. Okay, so we've come to there, and I'm just going to put another one in there. Okay, so we should be approximately 1 wide off of that. So go there. I mean, this is part of the boring bit, but once I get over this bit, then we can really move on and push on hard too. Okay. Oh no, I'm going a bit too quick for myself. Alright, so come out. So imagine from the front there, you can come out 1, 2, 3, 4. That one's already in place, but you will come out 4. And let's just go right ahead and chuck those in. Okay, and you can see that's on line with those bamboo plants there, so we're just gonna head for that. Super sweet. I was really happy with how this turned out, to be honest guys, and as you could tell from the Street Fighter video, it did turn out well. It turned out well, and with that music over the top, it was also a very fun edit to do, so that's really cool. So I'm just going to go right ahead and fill those in. You'll see I've got other stuff in here at the moment. Those are a guide really at the moment. So I've done all of that. Let's go in Spark mode. Now one of the most important things guys is to make sure this boss fight goes in. Now this is a bit where you probably gasp a little bit if you're even if you're a seasoned creator of toy boxes, but look at this. That is just unreal. Okay. So I'm going to try and center that up as best as I possibly can. Now, in the other one, I think I had him come out that way. It's hard to see where he's going to come out, so I'm just going to pop it. I'm going to pop it about. I'm going to try and pop it central. So, yeah. So if I look at my alignment there, it's kind of just off more than the other side of the building. Okay. But you can see I've got it on line with that bamboo plant there on that side. I'm going to chuck it in there. Okay, now next thing you want to do is take your start locator, which is this one. Bearing in mind it's looking that way, so I'm going to point it the other way, turn it left slightly. Now as I come in here, if I angle the camera as I'm trying to do it, sometimes you can you can hear the waterfall going off there a little bit. Okay, I'm going to stick it just there in front of that bridge. It's hard to see because it's like a ghost effect, but it's there. It is there. Right. Okay, cool. So we've got our start location. We've got our boss fight in there. Okay. So now we want our end location. So the hot tub, the infamous hot tub, which you will find in the suburbs set, which is building sets group 4. Now we do really want to get that. That is part of it, you know. Think of the start, think of the end, guys, and then you'll have a good outcome most of the time. So let's go for these bits, which are also in suburbs. I could have just selected those. As you can see, it's not far from the hot tub. You can see I thought, oh, do you know what, that'd be great. So I'm going to just select that, rotate that, and just rotate that one. And get a corner in there as well. Yep, sweet. Okay, good. So now we've got these, now you can change the colour of these. It can be green if you want, or they'll just be beige. Right, but these are the pipe climbs out of the platforming toys, which the short ones, they're really good for other stuff too. They're good for support. So what I've done is I've put those out like that. But what will happen when you do it is they'll be blue. Okay, so it's got a bit of a box in front of it. Just make sure the box is pointing outwards. You will climb them, but you'll hit the roof in a minute. You'll see why. So they're really just for aesthetics only. They don't really serve a purpose apart from for holding up this roof. So I don't need that anymore. Don't need that anymore. Right, now this one is in the San Francisco stuff, which is in the city building set. Some really cool stuff in that city building set. You should really check it out, especially the San Francisco stuff's really, really good. Okay, and I'll just try and centre that up over there. And when I'm happy, I'll drop it down. So we made our hot tub zone. That's cool. Let me just come out of this for a minute. Yeah, so we've got a dojo, guys. We've got a dojo in a normal toy box, and that in itself is quite amazing. And I'm going to theme all, because we haven't got any more of those anywhere in this toy box, so I'm quite happy to theme all of those. Okay, well done, Spider-Man. We've now got a hot tub. Let's just go and jump in it. Now if you stitch, you will disappear underneath the water there if you hold circle and block. I'll just put my web up instead. Okay, sweet. So, right. There's a few other little secrets about this place. Now, you can see where I've put these. That is the door. Where you would connect it in the interior, that is where you would come in. So I've tried, it's a bit misleading, so let me just grab one of these. And these are in the Pirates section. Okay. Building sets group 4. Just put yourself a few of those down here. Okay. And what I'm going to do, I'm just going to grab this roof from the San Francisco selection. Long black San Francisco roof. And it will go into the wall a little wee bit here. Okay. I can push it, see? I can push it in a little bit. But I don't want to push it in too far. I just want to maybe up to there. Okay. Looks nice. Nice. Okay, good. Now you'll notice there's a bit of a difference here with these ones, because I need to leave a bit of a gap to put a door in. So I'm going to select that, and I'm going to try and do a similar thing. Yeah, that one just goes in a little bit more there. So you're kind of covering the last support into the wall. Like that, so it looks like it's integral to the oh, there's word of the week, integral. Yes. Yeah, so that's integral there, meaning integrated into it. Sorry, right, okay, and then we're going to lift up another roof and we're going to shove it on just here, and looking at it from the side, just try and bring it in a little bit just so it blends in. It's not quite as nice as the other side because it's got a higher wall, but it looks good. It looks good, guys. Now this is a trickier bit because it's hard to center these completely, so you have to be slightly offset. So we've got these again, these platforms. They're great for this type of thing. So I'm just going to drop those in so you don't see the stone bottom of it. Okay, and we'll just try and check that for alignment. Okay, sweet. So it's more one side than the other. You can see there, more one side than the other, but centrally it's kind of central there, like that. Okay, now when you're doing interior toys, this is why I wanted to include these, is because really what you need to do is you need to push these into the position you want them, and then butt stuff up to it. So these are more or less in the position I want them here. Okay, but if I look at this one, it's on line with the roof. I'm going to select it. Okay, this one, go 1, 2, 2 back, 2 movements back, and that places it there. Okay, let's just check for alignment if there's any other little clues that we can use. So the center of those should leave you a little gap the centre of those central supports will leave you a little gap, and you can just put those either side of it and then go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, leaving a gap of about a coin in between. Yeah, a doubloon. Leave a doubloon's gap in between, guys. And we're going to take that and we're going to shove that on the top. Now if I did it the other way around, it would give me a red mark saying that I couldn't do it. But now, because I've moved that up after I've placed the interior wall toys up there, it's fine, and it's nicely aligned apart from that little problem there. But from the front you don't see it, so we're going to do that. Okay, so now we've got a pretty tasty looking dojo. We've got hot tub zone. Alright, we've got the boss fights already in there, and I've left these bits from the pirate stuff just to one side, because what I wanted to do, I just wanted to make sure that that is kind of about there on line with that wall, which gives us less work to do. Okay, so I'm just going to go right ahead and just put a few of these down. You can change up the style. Some of them are straight, some of them are crooked. So if I went to that one, you could do the same. You could put a few straight ones in there. Leave a little gap for the ramp on each one there, like that. Change back to crooked. Just make it a bit more interesting. Okay, and then we're going to go for that one. And then we're going to just go up here. And we're going to just build out into this a little bit. And look, you can build into that rock face, look, which is crazy. Alright, so yeah, I mean, I discovered this and I thought, man, I know there's some people who are going to like this. They're going to be like, oh yes, it's just that interesting thing that you need in your toy box sometimes. Something a bit unusual. Alright, so that's not bad, that's not bad. But what I want to do, and I can, is just put the ramp, make it a bit wider there. I can do that, and I can do that, and it shouldn't. That might show through a little bit. See where the gong is. All right, so I might just leave that one off. That's all right. I think this is ever so slightly different to the original, but not much different. Okay, that looks good to me. Okay, so we've got a way to get up there if you want to kind of run up there. It's just to make that rock face look a little bit more interesting. So let's go ahead and put a few little decorations around the place. Now I think I did use some stone dogs as well at the front, and I used other interior toys too. But that's personal preference. You can use whatever you like. Don't feel like you've got to use exactly what I've done, because it's your creation. That's what you've got to remember. It's your creation. If you want to put stuff somewhere, put it somewhere. If you want something extra, put it in. If you want to take something out, take it out. Nothing hard and fast. Right, okay. So that's pretty much it, guys. I think the dojo is pretty much finished. All we've got to do is sort where we're placing all this logic. Now that's the end locator there. You can see the little blue bit is there. So I want to pop that into the hot tub, because that's where I want to end the mission. And that slots right in there. Okay, great. Smack in the middle of the hot tub. Right, this is the end. As you can see, it's hooked up to to the enemy wave enemy wave generator. Man, I get it out, dude. Alright, so we're going to spawn the enemy there. I mean, you can have multiple enemies, multiple locators. You know, don't feel like you've got to just be restricted to one, but it's just for demonstration purposes really that I've simplified it a little bit. You can add to that and make it your own. And this is for the radar marker. Now, in the original video I had a lady crying, and I thought that was quite a nice touch. It just gave it a reason for you to actually fight the guy inside. And that's always worth thinking about. I'm not going to bother with these today. I think they'll come off of that. I'm going to leave the logic set up there as it is. It's not doing any harm there. And I think I'm just going to get some basic blocks. because there's one thing that's missing here, and that's a doorway. Pretty important, guys. I think we've got to I'm just going to use something fairly basic just to represent the doorway. Could use... that looks a bit weird. So I'm just going to... I'm just for speed purposes only. I'm just going to see if I can... Yeah, it's not going to want to go in there, see, is it? So what I'm going to do...
Hi.
Hey there! Yeah, now remember that Friday will interpret your... she will interpret your comments, which is quite good fun. So...
I learned a really cool thing yesterday about Disney Infinity.
Ooh. Oh, like a bit of gossip. Come on, what was it? Ooh. There's something cool here today as well. That worked instead of the basic block. Because I rotated those and it managed to squeeze it in somehow. Okay. Let's see if I can do it with that as well. You can also push that back a wee bit. I think you're not going to see it though. Can you see that? So I'm just going to bring it forward. I'm going to change the texture of that because I don't like the texture. And let's go ahead and do that. We're nearly ready to test this, so we're going to have a fight and it's going to be awesome. Alright, let's see how this looks if I change it. I want it something fairly basic. Oh look, you got a bit of a clash on the top block there, which is a bit of a shame. But we could just colour all those in. Right. Let's colour them in. We could put other things there as a doorway. It doesn't have to be this. But let's try and make...
If you place loads of Agrava bad guys and then fly around on the Green Goblin glider, shoot the bombs and it kills them all with like 3 hits.
Jeez. I like the Green Goblin. He's a good character. I do prefer the old school version of him though. In his little like goblin outfit. Although the new one's just as good. He's fine. Right, okay. So we've done all that. Now an important thing here.
Wait, you're the Chinook guy.
Yes, yes. The Chinook. Now I've been experimenting with other stuff similar to the Chinook, and
I built it yesterday.
Oh, nice, nice. Yeah, I hope you're enjoying it because that's what it's all about. It's like chucking townspeople out and making the parachutes work. That's really fun. Yeah. Okay, so I'm just going to do the important thing there, guys. I'm just going to save it. Okay, let's save it to Dojo. That's all right. Yeah,
May I jump off onto lava?
Yeah, the lava challenge. There's something to build there as well. This one's a bit easier. It's definitely an easy build, guys. I think you'll quite enjoy this, and maybe doing the haunted house version of this as well. Fighting inside a haunted house with an enemy is going to be really hard, but you could use the different levels to surprise attack them, which would be quite interesting. Maybe slightly more interesting than the interior of the dojo, but I've found that the dojo just really suits it. So right, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to load up again now, and you'll see what the level start is doing, because the level starter is key to this. So I'm just going to Toybox saves. Now don't mind some of these other things. That's my kids like making their own maps, and they don't always name them very good things. Although Dojo isn't that inventive. They do some really cool maps, and I might just show you one of those in a minute. I do help them. They say, oh Papa, can you come and help? I'm like, yep. Yeah, if it's Disney Infinity, I'm there.
That building looks extremely cool, but I only just joined the live, so I don't know what to do.
Oh, okay, yeah, I mean, this will be up on the channel, so don't worry, you'll be able to follow this through as a normal tutorial at the end. Yeah, you'll have your own dojo. You can build around it. Now if you want a mountain,
Let's say we get back to fighting crime.
here we go. Right. So when we load up, we're met with this guy.
Okay, I'll go back and watch later.
Yeah, sure. I mean, it'll be there later. What it does, it takes a long time to process, so I'm going to put a proper thumbnail on it in that time. So I'm not going to worry about the thumbnails right now. But yeah, you really, if you're there, you want to hang around and see what this does. Oh, jeez. Oh, I'm not all that good with Spider-Man, I'll say that. Awesome, he says. Right, so that's what... Yeah, you might want to hang around for this. So now the marker comes up. And let's start the challenge. Okay. Alright, now we're in business.
It is so fluffy I am gonna die.
Oh, ow. Right, Grievous. You can see I'm not all that great with Spider-Man. But he is level 20. Yes. So, now I was going to get this out last week. I did the video, but I thought a live stream would be way cooler. And it has turned out really well. So, I know it's quite early in the States. If you're in America, it's quite early. Well, hopefully you'll wake up and find this as a little surprise. In the UK it's about lunchtime, so... Ah! Oh no, I'm going to land right in that. Ooh. So yeah, when you're in here you can set off, if you walk back to this entrance you can set off the camera and the little sidekick comes running out. Oh. Now the way I saw it was...
I killed General Grievous and Darth Vader without Dion by using Alice from Underland.
Oh, she's a beast. Now I didn't think that. I avoided getting her for so long. But she's a really good character. And you shrink and grow. I got her to level 20 real quick and she's like absolutely annihilates stormtroopers like nobody's business. Oh. Right, you're gonna get it. He's so cool though, Spider-Man, I'll say that. Whoa! Do you know, I was thinking the other day, the movesets, so these characters in Disney Infinity, the movesets are amazing. I said they're really fun movesets.
That looks like a thing that Disney Infinity made as a map, so you done really good.
Oh, thank you. It's making the most of some of the really nice textures that they've already put in the game, and I was so surprised at the boss fight. Even I just wanted to go inside the thing in a normal toy box, but then I thought, oh, do you know what? I'll just see if this boss fight goes in, and it did. And I was like, oh wow, people get a lot of entertainment out of this. So. Oh, I've nearly got him. He's restricting himself to yes, I think that is pretty decent. And then when you yes, we didn't get our message at the end, but I just need to hook that up. Now everything there will reset nicely when you reload that, so you don't have to worry too much about it. Okay, so yeah, we didn't hook that up to there. So when the time delay is finished, a new logic connection, when delay completed, let's give ourselves a message. Now I put missions. I think I'll go down to missions. Where are you? Yeah, right at the bottom. Mission complete or mission success. Now that's the only thing that was missing there, guys. The test went well, and I'm quite happy to wrap up this tutorial there, but as a little special surprise, because you know, if you sat through that, you might want a little kind of reward for doing that, or maybe some more inspiration for doing something else. Now you can hide that under the map, and this is the sort of thing I would do. Let's have a look. So I've built all these caves, so I could just sneak it in under there, right? Think about the voids in your map, don't make it solid, because you can hide all this logic everywhere. Alright. So if I'm thinking in a good way, what I would do is position that more or less in the position that it is up here. So it makes sense if you've got to go back to it. It just makes a lot of sense that it's in order or a sequence, so you can just come back to it and deal with it later at a later time if it's not working out for you, you know. So I'm just going to do that, and then I'm going to show you something that my son has made, and he's 7 years old, bless him, and he's made this amazing thing, and I just really need to show you. So once I've moved this logic under here and saved it, then we'll move on, and I'll show you something pretty epic for a 7-year-old to have built. And this is why this game is so awesome, and that's why I want to show you that, because it's a really good family game, and it's also just great fun. It's just so much fun. So now you can also hide that spawning if you want to. And let's take that. Let's take it, take it. And I think I'm done with the sky here. It's a bit different to what I chose. Now I'll show you what I chose. Just quickly, I'll just change it. Properties, sky. I just went for one of my favourite skies in the game, just for general use, is this one, the Sinister Takeover, because it doesn't have anything specific in it. It's dark enough that everything lights up as well. So that just gives it that extra aesthetic, like somebody's actually living there. But I use Mulan terrain instead of this. But yeah, you can choose what the heck you want there. You might have a power disc, you just choose whatever you want for that. But the sky, that makes a big difference to how that building looks, and I think you'll agree it does look flipping awesome like that. And all those little lamps that you put around, they just glow nicely. So I'm going to save it there. Now I've got a bit of cold, guys. It's playing havoc with the audio. But I think we'll save that. And we'll save it as Dojo. And you can see the difference there in that. Right, okay, save it. Yeah, a bit darker, a bit more Street Fighter 2, a bit more like the actual level itself. The Ryu stage in Street Fighter 2, you look off into the distance, you see a big temple up there, and it really inspired me that to start doing stuff with it. If you watch that Street Fighter video, or if you've seen it, you'll see what I mean. Okay, I'm happy there. Let's load up a different one. Toybox saves. Let's go into this one. Now, this one is an interesting thing. It'll take a while to load up, but I'm just going to sign off on this one. I just want to show you what a 7-year-old can build in this game. He's amazing at building Minecraft. It really does astound me with what he could do with Minecraft. And he's come to this game, and what he brings to this game is amazing. It really is an inspiration to me myself to build something like this. Now sometimes I will sit with him, and as he builds, I'll build some stuff with him to speed it up, but generally this is all his idea, and he'll tell me if it's wrong. He'll tell me. He's such a cool dude.
Let's play together.
Okay, so you start up here. You've got an encampment outside the castle, right? 7-year-old built this. Okay, we've got a bit of logic there for some enemies, and we've got a catapult here. Now I put that in. Right. The castle itself.
Wow, that's really good.
Yeah.
I can't even build that good, and I am way older.
7 years old. He must have the eye, the design eye. That door over there, maybe not so great, but that was a bit of a rush job. But check this out. Travel to the dungeons. Let's go. Now this is where it gets really special. This is one of my favourite things about this whole level. So yeah, if you bear with it a second. Check this. 7 years old, right? That is flipping amazing. He even knows how to lock the doors. There's a character in there. There's a flipping character in there with a bed. Granted, I had to put some music in there for him, but I've turned the music off for the sake of the video and copyright.
Wow.
But yeah. Okay. This is such an
I have no words.
I know, the interiors are awesome, and you can link them up. And check this out. 7 is all I'm going to say. Maybe that's a lucky number, because this room is just beautiful. It's like he's come from the medieval times, and he just knows that that's how it's supposed to look. That's just crazy. He really does know what he's doing with this game, and he also deals with the logic a little bit. Not, you know, he's not great with the logic, but you know, his bedroom says, you know, oh look, this is what he put in this bedroom. It's got a bathroom and a shower and a toilet. Yeah, it's so cool. And then this was my bedroom that I made, so I thought, right, okay, I'm gonna have a nice Christmassy, festive kind of medieval theme going on, but I've got a dungeon with a couple of dudes in there. I don't know why I put a dungeon in a bedroom, but you know, he's got more design sense than me sometimes, so but that looks nice. I don't know if I'd sleep in that bed's a bit creepy, but yeah, generally Agrabah Palace, he was insistent on Agrabah Palace. I think he just liked the style of it, so I was like, yeah, just go for it, dude. Just do what you want, do what you feel, and this is what he came up with. So let's just go down here. Let's go and see. There's stairs on stairs on stairs. Some of it's a bit blank because he hasn't finished it yet. But I was just so like, I was overwhelmed by his style. He just knows. It's like, oh yeah, that's the right thing.
I watched Toybox and I built a grabber.
Yeah, that's a really good one. Now, if I had a bit of time, and I wasn't doing my own stuff, I would be definitely hitting up Professor Toybox's 72 Pringles, and also All Night Gaming's Harry Potter World. I would be definitely giving that a whirl. Definitely. But when you're doing it yourself, you don't always have all that much time to do to do it. So let's have a look. Yeah, we've been in there. I'm getting a bit confused as to where I am now. Alright. Yeah, that's what it's lacking. It's so big, this place, is that it's hard to remember where you are. Yeah. Just... yeah. I was so shocked when I saw what he put together. This one in particular really, like for the first room, it really grabs.
I watch all of them other than All Night Gaming thing because I didn't know that was a channel.
Yeah, I mean he does other games as well, see, so maybe you know, in a search you have to be quite specific. But we've got another bit here. I don't know what. Let's just see what he did down here. So more so, he likes stairs. I'd say that. My goodness. I didn't realise he put this in. Oh man, this is just so epic. So you come down a huge hallway. Now for me, I would probably have lots of little bits off the side here, but man, so cool. Alright, okay, and I think that's where I'm going to wrap it up today, guys, because I'm full of cold, and I hope you got a lot from the Dojo build. And do please give that a go and smash a thumb up on the stream. And
bye.
Alright, see you later. Smash a thumb up on the stream. Subscribe if you haven't done so already. And I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. I will be looking at doing something for Christmas. And So yeah, I will be looking at doing something special for Christmas. I'm going to try
Emoji
and
thumbs
air
up.
that on Christmas Eve. I'm going to try and get something set up ready for Christmas Eve. It's a bit Christmassy, and it'd just be like a thank you, and I'll be going on a break over Christmas, see, so it'll just be say happy holidays kind of thing. So yeah, with that said, I'll hopefully see you again soon. Bye for now.